Alrighty.
Okay. So, welcome back. Last time, you guys have entered the underground, overground. You're not really exactly sure anymore after kind of exploring this particular, we'll just say dungeon for more mechanical purposes. Kind of a more of a dungeon crawl type thing here. But you've entered this kind of like study laboratory. You're not exactly sure. It's got various different levels. Um, you've been exploring, and for each of the rooms, you've been encountering kind of different gravitational effects where you've either been kind of rotated upside down or the items are in the room, furniture and all of that have been rotated. Um, and then from there, yeah, you haven't really encountered anything alive um or any beings per se until now. You've obtained a couple magical items, potions, and very interesting robe. Um, but that's really all there is to it. Yeah, does anyone have any questions before we jump right into the real action here?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
awesome,
think
great.
Oh, yeah. I guess my only question is, are we upside down in this room right now? I can't remember.
No, you guys are right side up. Everything's upside down in the current room that
That's
you're
right.
at.
That's right.
Mhm.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep. So, just to kind of like, I guess, recap the final end of it there. You guys were clearing some of the rubble in this kind of staircase where you guys are all kind of huddled right now. And, well, some of you were doing that. Some of you were doing a different approach of trying to send a piece of rope through kind of like these dark spots, these portals per se, to get into the next level, whether it's below or above. You're not exactly sure just how things have been playing out. Um, as Asilo finished clearing it out, he took a couple steps up. I think he didn't do too well on his perception for what was on the other side or for traps or anything. Opened it up and spotted an armored, seemingly undead individual. Um, and so, what I will do now is I will invite all of you to roll for initiative. So, okay, let me activate the combat here.
that's right. It's the armored undead.
Okay. One second here. Combat here.
And Asilo still gets that 1d8 bonus, right? I think that was.
Yes, I will
What we
add you
did, I
guys
think.
here in a second.
Yeah, I'm assuming it hasn't been 8 hours since we entered.
It's been 6
it's
days
been-
and
it's 6
22
days.
hours.
8 in-game hours since we entered.
Grab the rest of you. Throw you guys into the initiative.
You guys don't just shut down after our sessions end.
I wish
Okay.
I could.
You guys should be all in the initiative here. Feel free to roll for said initiative.
All right. Oh. I'll take my 13. Ooh.
20.
Yeah, I think Celso, you'll have to update Asilo to 20.
Yes, I will do that. Thank you. Whoa, okay.
He didn't.
Oh, Jimothy.
Timothy coming in hot here, and both 80s. Or otherwise Oliver. It's funny. Okay. So, first things first, to kind of clear things up here. One of these things was anticipating you coming. So it will go ahead and come up to you, a silo here. So I'll start that. Get its surprise here. So it'll come up to you, and let me make sure it does this. So it's going to come up to you and reach out to kind of grab you by the shoulder. Let's see if that works. Does an 11 hit your AC?
No.
Okay, so yeah, it tries to kind of like grab you. What do you do to kind of like you sidestep? You kind of block it. What do you? How
Slap
would you?
its hand away. Stop it.
You're like shoot. So as it tries to grab you,
I just like push it back with my shield.
you push it back with your shield. There you go. And it's just like this low guttural like sound there. Okay, so then we will begin with the top of the round. Jimothy, you are downstairs. You have no idea what's going on yet.
Okay, so
what are you?
Sorry, I had a phone call at the very start of this. How did we start combat here? Essentially, something's going on upstairs.
Yeah, so you guys, you were kind of supervising the movement of rocks, and you were doing such a great job of that. Asilo cleared up. He said he was going to go upstairs to look, if I recall correctly. I don't quite recall if I believe Zorn said she and Oz were kind of like playing around with like trying to figure out the whole thing, but then I think that everyone moved over. You guys didn't decide who was going to follow immediately after Asilo here. So
I feel like
if you want to, you're more welcome to. But you haven't. Asilo hasn't like called out to you, be like, "Oh, there's something here yet."
Yeah, I feel like I'll just go up behind the silo. I usually am scouting around up front anyway, so
okay,
through this doorway here.
Yes. Okay, so I'll have you move in here, and let me see. Actually, I want to see something here. Oh, this is gonna be quite interesting. So you go up the steps, I'll say for purposes here, and you notice like the doorway's open, and I'll move you here in a second here, but there's not really too much space. You'll kind of see when I move you over, but you see a silo, you see the door open, you see maybe like past him or just like between his legs or something like that, you see this like armored individual that their facial expressions are like completely decayed. It seems to be, and you guys have encountered undead so far, some undead humanoid in front of you. However, based on kind of like the spacing, there's not really, you can kind of occupy where a silo is, but you can't necessarily get past the doorway without moving or going into the square of the this undead humanoid. So yeah, I guess let me see if I can move you. Let me move you here, Jimothy, at the very least. Okay, I'm gonna pop you off here for a second. Let me bring initiative. Decided not gonna do that. You have a 23. Okay. Shoo. Oh shit, that's not wrong. But you will be. Shit. No, Jimothy, just deleted you. Come back.
No.
Jimothy, no!
Shit. Okay.
That
where
new
are you?
robe blinked you out of existence.
Seems like it.
Okay. And let me re-add you to the initiative. And then what was your initiative there? You had a 23.
45.
No.
Love it.
Okay. So you, we'll say you move up, and then you kind of see where you're positioned relative to everyone else. Now, you're right behind. You see there's something past the silo, but it's very hard to occupy the space there. What would you like to do?
Okay, so can I see that this thing is doing something to Asilo? Like, you know, diddling him or anything?
You you see it that it's threatening. At the very least, it was like it seemed like maybe you caught like the end of like Asilo kind of like shoving it off with his shield. So you seem like it's trying to attack Asilo.
Okay, well, that's all I need to know. So I guess I will yeah, I guess I am kind of stuck in this little corner here. So I guess can I see it enough to throw my psychic blade at it?
It will have
Partial cover or cover?
partial cover probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Okay. It doesn't even matter because 23 will indeed hit.
Okay, I'll do my savage attack to reroll. Doesn't matter. So then I'll do my sneak attack since Asilo's next to it. Oh. Oh. So 18 psychic.
Let me check here. That resistance is there. Okay, yes. So all the damage seems to be going through. Yes. Let me check something here. Check something. Okay, good. So yeah, everything goes through. What would you like to do next?
Okay, then I'll bonus action attack again.
Okay.
Pew. 16.
16 unfortunately will not hit. That's a very angry looking face there.
Yeah, it's like can I do anything? No, I can't. All right, go ahead. That'll be it. Okay, so are my friends coming from like down here, like gonna come from this way basically?
Pretty much, they're gonna come from behind you essentially.
Okay. So I guess I can move because I've got what's the little nimbleness? What does it do? You can move through the space of any creature that is of a size larger than yours. Am I able to move through old creature?
You can move through a size larger than it?
Than me.
Just one size?
Well, I think it's at least a creature at least one size larger than me.
Then yes. It is medium, you're small, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, you can technically move through it, yeah.
All right, then I'm going to move out of the way so my team can come up behind me here and let's see. So I'll oh no. Fuck's sake. And no regrets.
Would you like to relay to the class what else you see?
No regrets here.
Not even one.
5, 10, 15.
Would you like to action surge and take the dodge action?
Can I move 25 and come back? No, I'm there. I never moved out of its attack range, I guess. So
Yeah, that's technically true.
all right.
So
Well,
we're just hearing Jimothy go shit back out the door.
fuck.
Okay, so with that, it'll be the creature's turn in front of a silo there, and it will pull out So it'll have, with one hand it was trying to reach out to, the other hand it will try to swing at you with, you notice that it's carrying a long sword. Okay. And it'll take an attack at you there. That'll be a 20 to hit.
Beats it.
Okay. You will take 6 points of slashing damage. And then it will swing at you again. This time, unfortunately, missing.
That doesn't sound unfortunate to me.
It sounds very unfortunate to me. Yeah, so it'll swing at you and it'll slice at you. And that will be its turn. Okay. Between Bofades and Asilo, I guess you guys are both the same initiative. I believe Bofades may go first based on your guys' decks.
Yeah, I'm a +4.
Yeah, it'd be Bofades next.
Okay.
Because I'm a +1
Ah,
on my dexterity.
all right.
I feel like there's a way to have Foundry append in decimal form, like the creature's dex.
Oh, that's fun. But yeah, 20.5. Okay. Bofades, what are you doing?
So let's see. Where was I? Was I in the other room?
You're downstairs. You saw Silo and Jimothy go up.
I suppose I'm assuming I'm hearing this thing hitting a Silo's shield and stuff. So if I hear that, I'll be heading up.
Yeah, you do hear
Up in
some
there.
commotion downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you try to go up the steps, and it's it's pretty goddamn cramped, and you really
Okay.
can't. Like Jimothy was barely able to fit based on his size. You are kind of like at the bottom of the steps there. What you could do, wow, this is just really unfortunate in terms of like design here, but because you guys like made a bunch of ruckus, so they heard these things, so they immediately just kind of like came up to investigate what was going on. So they're just not giving you any room to breathe here. So just kind of like for picture's sake, you are downstairs. You're just behind Jimothy and Asilo. You see this thing in front of Asilo swing and attacking it. Maybe you just saw the kind of like the tail end of it missing. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Do I have any like visibility at it?
You can see it. It will take some partial cover if you try to shoot at it or
Okay. I will.
I guess, yeah, go ahead.
So I'm gonna try and slap it with a good old Eldritch Blast. I will say that using the Eldritch Blast, I have Spell Sniper, so it ignores 1/2 and 3/4 cover.
Okay, there we go.
How freaking perfect!
That's why I was asking.
I feel like cover almost never comes into the game. How perfect is that?
That's awesome. I mean, I think this is like the kind of situation. Yeah, I think this is like the other time in like maybe like when you put like rocks or like other terrain to kind of like they can hide behind.
Yeah.
But that hasn't had come in too much into play here until now, really. Okay.
I imagine me coming up the stairs and like trying to fire this between Asilo's legs to like kneecap this undead creature with a force blast.
Yeah, you can't even see like its face or like its shoulders. You just see like based on your positioning, just the legs of it. But you're like, those are some menacing looking legs.
Them's the legs.
Okay, I see something in the chat there. All right. Cool. Oh.
Oh no.
Well, That's
The
rough.
spell fizzles in your grasp.
Yeah, so this is just for flavor, but this is how I'm gonna view it. I am gonna punish this because I think it's funny.
I really thought
fire.
you were shooting a silo right in the ass. So
You fire, and it like somehow you like forgot like how to actually fire, and you like shoot yourself, and you like tumble down the steps, like it just goes backwards.
fantastic. I forced myself down. All right.
You force yourself down the steps. You kind of like catch yourself. You don't take any damage, but
Damn it, Newton.
That's unfortunate. Max damage rolled on that too.
I know. I saw that. But you're getting him out of the way. You're getting the bad rolls out of the way there.
Yeah.
It's like when Tony Stark uses his first repulsor blast and like launches himself backwards across the shop.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tumble down the stairs, hoping no one saw that. And I'm gonna look.
We all saw it.
I'm preoccupied. I have no idea what happened.
I'm gonna look at Zoran and Oz and go, "Do not go in there."
Fucking eyebrows
do?
are smoldering.
Yeah. Let's see. So I suppose at that point I will. I can, if I can still see a silo up there, I will hit him with some bardic inspiration.
Wow. Okay. Very good. Okay.
And that'll be, I'll move out of the the stairwell, so if Oz or Zorn needs to go up there, but I will say it's crowded.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. That's your turn. Up next is a silo. A silo. You have this thing in front of you. You see Jimothy. He kind of like went in, shot a couple of blades there, and he kind of went past you or like between your legs, and then just like noped right back out. What are you doing?
I'm going to attempt to make some room for the rest of my party to come up here and join me.
Okay.
So, as a bonus action, I will cast Thunderous Smite on myself.
Oh, very smart. Okay.
And
Let's see if you hit here. Come on.
with that, I will go ahead and make an attack on this creature. Shit. And I will use that Bardic Inspiration and add a D6.
Yes.
15, 16, 17, 18 to hit.
An 18 does hit. Okay. And I'll have to roll a strength saving throw, right, as I'm launched here.
Yes. Let's see, it's a DC 12 strength save.
Okay.
If you don't know, you can click the token and then click that strength save DC button, and it'll roll it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting that. Okay. And all right. So it fails. So you send it. What does it move? How many feet back from you?
10 feet.
10 feet. Yeah. So it is pushed 10 feet just immediately back. Okay.
And it will take 5 thunder damage plus
Okay.
11 bludgeoning and 1d8 because it's undead. So one
Okay.
extra damage.
So you notice that the bludgeoning damage doesn't go all the way through. So I will apply that. You. Okay, and then I'll take that. So you send this thing, and it just like gets smacked up against the wall here. And it just kind of like you notice that like the scapula is kind of like jut out from its like chest, and it kind of like takes the time to like push him back in. It kind of like reanimates as it comes towards you. Okay. That any movement
And
here, Asilo?
I will attempt to move
Yes.
towards the creature and move there to stay close to it and open up room for my allies to get in here.
Okay. All right. That will be your turn there. As you notice, as you step in, there are other beings in this particular room here. As they kind of look at you, and you see another one of these similar kind of like undead-looking soldiers. And then you see, yeah, it looks like a man wearing robes. He's got a long kind of like a black hat that comes to a point, almost kind of like a witch's hat. He's wearing, sure I got this here. He's wearing some kind of like black and red robes. He looks some sort of like a wizard in there. And yeah, you see in this room, it seems like it's some sort of like laboratory or some sort of lab where you see like it got a bunch of like broken like furniture, glass everywhere. You see some beakers and some vials broken about. But yeah, you're not focused on it right now, but you see these other creatures. Okay, and it turns out to be it's one of their turns, as they're going to
and I'll call out to my friends, we could use a little help up here.
Yeah. There it's going to move. And then as it moves to kind of come to you, Asilo, it notices Jimothy right there. And it's just like as it like turns to swing at you. Actually no, it's going to turn to kind of like grab you by like the neck there. Let's see here. Okay. Does a 17 hit your AC?
Sure does.
Okay, I'm going to need you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Okay.
Does a 6 save?
Unfortunately, a 6 does not save. As did you check this right? Yeah, so as you notice, it kind of like grabs you, and you start feeling your essence of life start draining from your body. You're kind of like your veins kind of like bulge out a little bit, and you will take 7 points of necrotic damage as this thing grabs at you.
Jimothy, maybe your robe was hiding you weird.
Our robots can dysfunctional. I didn't see all the others in there.
All right, that will be its turn. Coming up next is Oz.
We should leave.
You're all from Asylum. It's like, we can use new help. You're like, you hear yourself blasting with babies, and then you hear a bunch of walking stairs.
Gosh. He does not know how cramped the space is, so he assumed both ladies, when both ladies said not go up there, was kind of joking, it's kind of a hard thing to do. So we'll try and make his way up these steps so that he can get relief from the map and then get added to the map.
Yes, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah, like I don't know if there's a way for you to reassign the token to yourself, so you can just drag it over and I won't see the map.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to reset some of the lighting, so I'll just stick
I'm
with
just close my eyes.
No, it's fine. I'll bring you back. And then go there. Oh, shit, I keep.
Feels like I'm out there playing chess again.
Mm.
Where? Contest, there you are. Back into this there. Okay, and then let me re-add you here, and then your initiative was 13.
What do these stairs look like? Are they like a long, straight stair up, or is it like curving, spiraling?
It does like the kind of like zigzag. So you zigzag, and then as you come up, you see like kind of like the next. Or actually, no, I'm sorry, they don't zigzag. They just go up. They're just like a straight up.
Okay, then I would not walk straight up next to this thing. I just want to point that out. So I don't know how exactly to convey that with this cramped space. If they do kind of, go straight up.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I will say you can be to see it. You can be because I kind of have the Jimothy kind of like in one of like the other squares there. You can be maybe like 5 feet back from it or something like that.
Okay.
But that's about it. That's as much separation you can see to have it. Otherwise, you're going to go back downstairs and lose visibility.
Mm-hmm.
Just for otherwise, I'll have to put you back where you were at, and it's just so frustrating.
Mm-hmm. I'll just change my token to tiny.
No, don't do that. That's not how it's gonna work.
Oh gosh. Well. I mean, it's too soon to be casting leveled spells, so this thing is going to get pointed at, and I was just gonna go, "Woof, you're ugly," and cast Mind Sliver on it. Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay. Let's see here if it succeeds here. Intelligence save. It rolls a 19 on the save.
Yeah, you might want to just roll that again. It sounds like there's a glitch in the system.
And somehow this seemingly mindless being is not as unintelligent as I thought, and I should probably play him a bit more intelligently.
Well, that didn't look like it worked. Do I recognize what this thing is?
I mean, you could give me an Arcana. That will see what you know about it.
22.
Okay, 22. Yeah, you are maybe familiar with a little bit of these. Like I said, it's kind of hard to really kind of, because it's not really your particular school, but I mean, you would be aware of them. These were known to be creatures as wights. They seem to be undead humanoids that were perhaps soldiers or mercenaries at some point in their life, and yeah, they are a bit more intelligent than your traditional zombie. But yeah, they are not a fan of humans at all.
Okay. Well, if I'm still 5 feet away, if I see my thing fail, how much movement did I use to get up here?
I will say, just because like it's up the stairs, so just say to kind of keep things. You used 5 feet of your movement.
Okay, then we'll say I'll use 5 feet of my movement to go back to where I was, but like you don't have to move the token.
Sure. That's fine. Yeah, we'll say that happened. You moved back 5 feet.
Zoran, it's all yours.
Zoran's gonna have this. Okay, for I guess for oh, it's gonna be so complicated here, but moving on to Zoran.
I'll take the stairs.
Okay, Zoran, you go up the steps. Okay, I will move you over. Again, this is what's gonna happen here. Let me move you back here. We'll say that's there. And I will. Are you gonna kind of like? Yeah, you're gonna move past. Okay.
Yep, I'll hip check, shoulder check, anyone I need to get up there.
Okay.
Bag tag as you walk by.
Yes.
Okay. It is your turn.
So
up.
probably like the first one that I see is what I'm gonna use my vicious cross or short bow on. Probably.
Okay. So yes, you will. This I know you're kind of like right next to this thing. You will technically have 5 feet between you as you kind of come up the steps. So, yeah, you will not be receiving a penalty to shoot here.
Oh god. Oh. Yay!
And his name is John C.
I was like,
Amazing.
wait, what did I finish?
All right. So natural 20 as you fire at this thing. And yeah, so yeah, you fire at it. It takes all it doesn't look like all the damage goes through, but it does hurt. As it like it doesn't cry out or anything in pain. It's just kind of like it like roars, kind of like a low roll there, roar there. What are you doing?
Sorry, so my dread ambusher, if it
Oh.
hits, I get an extra D8 when the attack hits. So that an extra 5. But I don't know if it actually does anything. So
No, it does. It'll just I'll reduce the damage a bit. Okay.
You get another D8 because it's a crit on the Dread Ambusher. I don't know how it's worded.
let's see.
I don't know. I would assume so.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Okay. Sorry. I didn't mean to do ignore the 6.
I think it's a yes because it's another die roll, but
I would
Yeah,
assume
I'd say
so.
so. Okay. Yeah. So it takes that extra
So 7.
point of damage there, or 2 points of damage. Again, not all. Like we'll say this was all combined together. Not all of it goes through. Okay. Cool beans.
Another
All right. So,
another vicious short bow.
all right. Fire away.
A 19.
A 19 does hit as you fire at it. Again, not all the damage goes through, but
And then one more, right? So Dread Ambusher, I can get 2 attacks on the first round. And so this would be my second attack, or my last one.
yes. Okay.
Oh, just kidding.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, a 9 does not hit this time, or fortunately, I guess for me, as you shoot at it and it just doesn't go through. Yeah.
So is there anywhere for me to move then? Just because I know it is cramped. It's okay if
You
I
can go. You can kind of like
I
go
can-
like below it or something, or above it. You just have to be next to it because you're kind of like moving
Yeah.
past it.
No, I want to stay in the room. So I'm not planning on going down. So
Okay, yeah, you can just move either like right above it or to the left of it, I guess, per se. Okay. Cool
Cool.
bean. Okay, that is your turn. It is now another being's turn. You notice here, Zorn, as you kind of come in, that yeah, there's these 2 undead-looking armored soldiers here, and then you see the kind of like the robed wizard individual, and he actually speaks up. He's going to take a free action to call out to you, Zoran, and Asilo, and he's like, I will call upon my soldiers here if you cease fire. And that will be his action. So
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So does the robe look like the robes we've been seeing, like the red and black robes and everything, or does it look like the wizard we saw earlier, the statues?
So not quite. So his robes are like red. They're like primarily black, and they have like red, like touches to them. They're not like fully red. They're a little bit different. So you're not quite sure. And give me, why don't you give me a history check, just to kind of see here.
Same, but different.
Yeah, so with an
18.
18, yeah, an 18, yeah, you can. It looks very similar to maybe some of like the statues, or like at least the guy that you saw earlier, but just something about him not quite the same.
Is this like the Chinese knockoff version, and then the statue was like what you have to pay hundreds of gold pieces for?
Potentially. But he's giving you a chance to respond. Do you respond one way or another here?
Oh,
You can have free action to say something. And then maybe Asilo when he comes back.
I mean, I feel like Asilo's kind of our leader on these undead things, so I might leave it to Asilo on what he wants to do. I'm all for trying to kill these things, or deceptively saying that we will stop and then continue killing them.
Okay.
These creatures are abominations. They cannot be allowed to exist.
Okay. Death it is.
What do you think he meant by that? That was kind of vague.
Yeah.
It's weird for the leader of the undead to say that kind of thing.
Okay. And so he'll respond. He'll be like, "Very well." And that will be that turn there. Move back to the top of the round, Jimothy. You are up.
Yeah, Jimothy will just keep attacking the one that we've been attacking the most, I guess.
Okay.
The one that, whichever one looks more real dead undead.
Okay, yeah, the ones that look a little bit more beat up is kind of like the first one you encountered that was attacking Asilo.
Is that the
So
one
feel free to fire it at it.
Is that the one in the back though? Is that the one he pushed away?
Yeah, let me.
Oh, I was pushed away.
This one here.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right. Yeah.
And his name is Johnson.
Oh!
Well, obviously sneak attack.
All right.
So 26 psychic damage.
26 psychic damage. So you fire at this thing, and somehow you're maybe you were just peeved that one of them struck at you, or something about it. Like, do you say anything? Like, what's happening? Why is this attack so effective?
How dare you touch my suit?
As you fire at this thing, and then you notice that it just enough of it, and it just explodes. Like, you just obliterate it, like, as all these blades strike at it. As that damage is enough to kill the creature.
I'll bonus action attack the one that's left.
Okay.
I will do my savage attacker for that roll. So 6 psychic damage to that one. One that didn't.
Okay. All right. So actually, let me kill this one here. So give me 1 second. more dead. And sorry, a 24 does hit, and so for a total of what, 11 points of damage? Is that what that is?
6. I just did the reroll, so 6 damage.
Oh, okay. It will take that.
And that's it.
Perfect. All right. Cool. So the one that you killed, that was its turn. Bophades, you are up.
All right. I am still downstairs. So I suppose I will go charging back upstairs now that there's everyone else out there.
Okay. Let me just throw you up here just for completion's sake here. So let me just go back up here. Let me update your initiative there. Okay. What are you doing there, Bophades?
Right. Am I up there? No.
Can you see yourself?
No, all I see is a black screen. That's all I've been seeing this whole
No,
time.
it's on the bottom left, Oliver.
You gotta
Like
zoom out.
you gotta zoom out.
Is your monitor?
Right? Is it plugged in?
Okay.
Do you see yourself or no?
I hit reload. So
Okay.
Oh, okay.
fun. Sorry.
You might
No,
have
okay.
to give yourself vision.
Yeah.
Are you on the Foundry site? Just kidding.
Yes. Jesus Christ. Yes.
God damn.
Is your computer on?
You guys, I was about to say you guys, and no, it's just you're just brutal.
No.
Oliver, are you doing okay?
No.
Blink twice if you need help.
Let's say it's whitehouse.gov, not whitehouse.com.
Oh Jesus. Okay, here we go.
He's back in Foundry.
Is it because the token has no vision because of lack of dark vision?
Yeah, so I had everything on the side, and I've been seeing. Hey, there we go. All right, yeah, it was a. I just totally restarted the browser. All right, so.
Okay.
Is this where you come out right here, right next to the creature?
Yeah. So yeah, if you were to move past it, you would incur an attack there. So sorry. Yeah, things are kind of all skewed here, but yeah, if you
Could
were
I
to
have
move
seen
past
it
it,
from the stairwell as I was coming up?
yeah, you would. Actually, because this one's kind of no, I guess since everything's shifted forward, yes, you would see it as you're coming up.
Okay, so I'll fire the. I'll fire a Eldritch Blast at it as I'm coming up the stairs.
Okay.
Which it looks
What is that? A 14? Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, that is not enough to hit.
that tracks.
Oh, poor Oliver. That's so sad.
Having a rough time.
As I come up the stairs, I will once again give some bardic inspiration to Asylum.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you come up, you blast away. It just goes wide. You kind of like shoot at one of the walls here. One thing I wanted to kind of describe a little bit here in terms of flavor text. is that in this particular level, a lot of the items and things here in this room have a little bit of like frost like built up on top of them. They have like a little coating of frost on them. And things are a bit are even colder in this particular room than in the other room. So that will maybe come into play a little bit later. All right, up next is Asilo. You have declared a war against the undead. What are you doing against these abominations?
Okay, I will
Misunderstood bones.
move one step closer to the creature because I know that there is actually a 5-foot gap.
Yep.
And I will take a swing with the Corpse Slayer Warhammer.
Oh, there we go.
And I will go ahead and Savage Attacker roll on this to get 1 more damage. So 8 damage plus 7, so 15 bludgeoning.
Okay. So you notice, which is a bit odd, that not all of the damage goes through. But yeah, it's looking a little rough there.
And let's do it. Nope. I guess that's my turn.
Okay. It is going to be its turn. It's going to try to. I'm gonna roll here to see who it wants to grab. Tried to grab you earlier. Asilo. No, that was the other one. Okay, yeah. So let me roll it here. Let's see.
I already got grabbed.
Jibs on not being grabbed again.
And I'm at the bottom of the stairs, just as a reminder.
So this thing is going to turn and try to grab, like it somehow like it was like really not unaffected by its the enemy in front of it. It's going to grab at both at Zoran here. So Zoran.
Since it's trying to hit Zoran, I'm gonna smack it. Sentinel.
Yes, go for it. So smack away.
Pay attention to me.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm not gonna waste my bardic inspiration on that. I don't think I can add enough to it.
yeah. So Zoran, it does a 15 hit your AC?
It doesn't.
Okay. So it just misses as it tries to grab at your shoulder there, and that will be its turn.
Kind of shove its hand out of the way since I didn't actually hit it.
Moving up next is Oz.
I will run up the stairs again, and I will stop at the point where I can get line of sight on something.
Okay, you will do that.
And
Stop there.
I'll point to one of them and go, second time's a charm. And I'm gonna fling. Do I have a clear line of sight on any of them, or is like both 80s blocking?
You'll get it'll get partial cover. Just because like does the positioning here. You're kind of going up the steps. You got both 80s in front of you, so just a little bit.
And the one right in front of both 80s, that one's looking a little rough.
It is looking a little bit rough. Yes, it's gotten a couple smacks from Silo. I believe Jimothy did quite a bit of damage to it as well.
Okay.
Or no, did damage to the other one. It's mechanically it is indeed bloodied.
Okay. You'd think that you wouldn't really have to bleed as an undead, but okay. Oh, no,
yes, it's
another enemy
oozing.
type.
It's
That sucks.
fraying. It's yeah, it's just not looking great.
I won't miss this time. And I'm gonna
Okay.
magic quill it.
You're magic missile it. All right.
Well, They're in the shape of quills.
Yes, you fire against your quills, and it takes. Yeah, how did you? We rolled the damage here, I believe, or.
I think at
Okay.
one point we decided that we wanted to roll the d4 separately, so apparently I
Yes,
don't think to do that.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, wow, max damage then.
Almost.
Looks like Oh yes,
So-
okay. I see.
It's going to take 14 force damage as these quills they're going to pierce its neck.
Oh,
Forcefully.
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, it is barely holding on as you strike at it, and it is just it's pummeled by these quills, and it is just teetering.
All right. Well, my job here is done.
Okay.
I'll if I'm 5-10 feet back, I'll stay there.
Okay. Yeah, so you will do that. It is going to be Zoran's turn. So Zoran, you kind of like move in. You're next to this creature, so you will, unless you have something special, you will have some disadvantage with the crossbow. What are you doing?
No, I think I'm gonna use my. I feel like maybe my party can take care of this creature. I'm gonna try and hit this guy.
You're gonna try to shoot at him. Okay.
With my short bow. Yeah. No! Who put that side on the screen? Totally hit the edge.
So yeah, you shoot at him, and it just kind of just goes wide, just like right above, like you're like shooting straight into, or like it misfires, it like shoots straight up somehow.
I've never shot at when it was this cold. No one
Yeah,
can
you're
do
like
that.
freezing. You're like, oh, yeah. I mean, imagine just like having to pull the string this cold, right? Like, oh. Anyhow, so yeah, you miss, unfortunately.
I'll try again.
Try again, okay.
No, maybe 15.
A 15 does hit.
Then 8 piercing and yeah, let's do 8 piercing.
Okay. So it'll take it. It cries out. It's just like, oh, you fools. And it is going. Any movement, Zoran, or anything like that?
Nah, I'll stay here. Unless yeah, I'll stay here. I don't think my party's trying to move around. Hopefully.
Okay.
I don't know. Is this space next to me? Is that a hole? This black tile here?
Yes, yeah. When you come up here, yeah, you notice that one of the similar like pit voids that you've been seeing in the other rooms appears in this particular room as well.
Okay.
And again, but this one is odd, as the other one was up. This one is immediately down below you.
Okay.
So
Then
it's like
no,
you're like
I
right
will.
next-
I'll just stay where I'm at then.
Okay. It is going to be the individual that you just fired at's turn, and it's going to look at you, and it's going to like move his hands, and he's just like, "I'll see you around," and then disappear.
Lame.
Lame.
Yeah, you better run.
And that is going to be his turn. The top of the round, Jimothy, what are you doing?
I assume that missed.
Unfortunately, yeah, 14 just misses.
Motherfucker!
Yeah, there you go.
With a sneak attack.
Okay. Oh, God damn.
Oh,
Well, that'll do.
What is it?
Three
Boxcars over here. Although it's funny because your dice don't actually look like boxcars, but nonetheless, boxcars here as you just strike at this thing with its blades. It's like it just takes a bunch of them all at once, and then it just this one it doesn't explode as this time, but it does like get impacted by enough of them, and then it just collapses. And you have successfully killed it, or re-killed, however you want to view it. And it is quiet in this room once more.
Wow.
And
I feel like
yeah,
I did most of the heavy lifting there.
God damn. For all intents and purposes, you guys are out of initiative here.
Timothy's gonna go look around if there's anything in this room.
Okay. So, one thing before you guys kind of keep moving, in this particular room, like I said, it was kind of frosted over. Everything's a bit colder here. I'm gonna need everyone to roll a Constitution saving throw to kind of withstand the cold here. I believe some of you have incurred a point of exhaustion.
Ooh, I've been forgetting to take that. My bad.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
there's no way to there's no way to just like automatically add a -1 to everything. You just have to remember.
No, there is.
I know that's.
Well, I have a point of exhaustion. Does it automatically add it, or it will subtract it?
I guess I'd have to incorporate the other rules.
I made a thing that does that.
Is it gonna be...
So if I toggle on exhaustion for my character and I roll, what do I have? Let's just do a normal just firebolt. So this is going to come up with nothing because I don't have a point of exhaustion, but if I had like 2, you should see this come out to a -2. It's going to be real awkward if it doesn't, though. Yeah,
it does.
It did. I don't know how to share that with you guys.
Well, that's that would be awesome. Really useful, Greg.
Also, maybe you can do it. If you open up like my character sheet and say Timothy's, can you drag the exhausted effect from mine to his, and will it copy it over?
That would be awesome. Let me take a peek.
That would not be awesome.
Why not awesome?
Because I always feel Constitution.
It's under the effects tab on my character.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Okay, let me see. Oh, I see. Yeah, if that's the case, let me... Yes! It's coming from the sources, Oz. That's funny.
Nice.
Do you see that now, Jimothy?
Trying to attack here. Yep.
Picked it up. So you should be able to do that to all of ours. I am going to disable this effect for myself and give myself 0 points of exhaustion at this point in time.
Okay.
Do I have to roll because of the staff for this room that I've yet to enter?
Okay, let me give it to Asilo, because I believe you had one.
Yep.
I'll just give it to everyone for now, but just so you guys can have it in your inventory here, or in your character sheet. Sorry.
I guess you could leave the effect always on, and then it'll automatically pick up the 0 points and subtract 0 from all the rolls, but hopefully we can just remember to toggle it on.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, it's got the, like, yeah, you just kind of toggle it on or whatever, just so you can, like, at least see it on your character sheet, rather than it be constantly being there. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, very cool. Awesome. Thanks, Greg. That's awesome.
I did that years ago now at this point, I guess.
Yeah, so we got some con saves here. So we got Jimothy. Looks like everyone did pretty well. Oz, I will have you roll, but you will just have resistance with it. So
advantage then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take my advantage just to see. I would like the first roll.
Yes, you are fine. Everyone except Zoran. Zoran, in this particular room, you'll have to toggle on that that effect there, and incur 1 point of exhaustion as you are just it's just too bitter. It's just too bitter cold in here.
I'm telling you, my fingers are too cold from the short bow.
Have any of you tried firing arrow with really, really cold fingers?
Impossible.
It's
No, I
really
didn't think
hard.
Okay. So, somebody said that they were going to start looking in this room here. Don't remember that
Yeah,
was
Timothy said he was going to.
Timothy, give me an investigation check, please.
Hell yeah. Investigation.
I'm gonna search the bodies.
Okay.
Anyone
Yeah,
else
you
have
may
any
also
more
roll
rope?
investigation for that. Sorry, go ahead, Sarah.
Oh, does anyone else have any more rope? All my rope is being used in other rooms currently. Does anyone have a rope I can put down this hole? Or up? Well, it's on the floor, but you know what I mean.
I believe I have some rope, and I will hand it to Thorin.
Just kidding. I would like to tie one end of the rope to something over here. Is there something I can do that?
We got a couple of dead bodies.
You have a couple dead bodies. You have like a couple like they're kind of like splintered, and they're still kind of like a bit sturdy in terms of like these like tables and desks here. So you could do that. Silo, you investigate the bodies. You don't find anything of particular value. I mean, you can have their weapons. They have long swords. Their armor is pretty standard, unless you're in the business of. Let me see what armor do they have. Yeah. They have a longbow on them, and then they have some studded leather armor. If you'd like that.
Nope.
Okay. Jimothy, though, as you're kind of searching the room, on one of the tables, you find an interesting-looking amulet. The amulet is kind of like the base of it is kind of made of like this wooden, it's like this wooden circle, and then around it, the circumference of this kind of like disc or whatever, it's got like a kind of like some metallic encasing with it. So it's like mainly wood, and it's got this metallic casing, and it's attached to this gold chain. And then engraved on the wooden part of the amulet, it looks like it's like 3 different staffs of like curved staffs that are kind of like descending in size. Yeah, you're not exactly sure what it may be.
I will hand it over to Oz and say, "Does this look special?"
Oz will look at the amulet and does it look special?
I mean, it looks pretty special. I don't know if you want to detect some magic from it. Do you want to roll an Arcana, just kind of like strictly from your knowledge of what it may be?
I think he's just gonna look at it to try and see if he can, let's say, detect any magic without casting detect magic.
Sure. Okay, fair enough. Give me an Arcana check. It's gonna be a bit tough here. So
14.
14. Yeah, you're not quite sure what this may be.
Okay.
Yeah, it's it might just be for apparel, but what's interesting, I'll say about this, just from the both of you kind of looking at it, is that everything over here like had like a kind of like a coating of frost, except the amulet. The amulet itself was kind of like either somebody just put it there recently, or it somehow like withstood like the the test of time or whatever, or just kind of impervious to the cold. But
Well, it seems strange that our undead, I don't want to call them friends, but our undead, people over there wouldn't have put this amulet on. Doesn't have any frost on it either. It's not frosty.
Is it cold to the touch at all, or is it like?
No, it's I mean it's cold like from the room per se, but it's not like more cold than like maybe some of the other items would be.
Oh, I walk over. Are there any holy symbols on the amulet?
No.
Yeah, give me a religion check, please. To see if you're able to kind of. Okay. Let me. Yeah, what you kind of look at it, it doesn't seem to be any religious iconography here. So yeah, it seems like, oh, okay, whatever these symbols may be, they're not of a religious nature.
I say we keep it, and we'll look into it later.
Okay, awesome.
We'll throw it in one of the bags of holding.
So you're just like, all right, toss it. So okay, so you will have, let's say you can mark that or note until otherwise severed that you have one amulet, one round amulet, and we'll just say it's in your collective bag of holding here. Mysterious amulet.
You said it had 3 like staves on it of varying lengths.
Yep, exactly. Of yeah, they're kind of like, it's like a large one, and then followed by the middle size one, and then followed by a smaller one. 3 staves. Oh, is that the plural of staff? I didn't know that.
I think so.
There you go. You learn something new every day. Nice.
Why the English language just thought that, adding an S at the end of the 2 F's was too difficult? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a perfectly good reason that.
Oh, I'm sure there isn't. It's the English language.
Amulet of Viagra. I don't know. I should be reading this shit. I should just let it exist in the chat, but I just cannot point it out. Okay. All right. What do you guys do next? You notice that there's 2 other doors. Very efficacy. Yeah, you're just kind of like, you're not sure if it's actually it's the opposite. It's like what will bring you down, I guess.
Shrinkage.
Like shrinkage, yeah. Consult your local wizard. Yeah, exactly. Just walking around, you put it on and you just got a boner instantly. Like
Battle hardened.
yeah.
Oh, we're terrible.
It's a very rare, wonderous item that you found.
I assume it's this kind of content that draws in the viewers week after week.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's my it's your guys' colorful chat comments and okay. So yeah, like I said, there's 2 doors in this room. You have like the kind of like the pit that you've been seeing either on the ceiling or on the ground around you. Yeah, there is in this particular room as well, Jimothy, based on your kind of role here.
I'm assuming a health potion and a vial of acid based off of the map.
Actually, let me double check that here. That's a great question. What you else find? Yeah, you'd think so, but no, it's just the map. You do find a couple of books, if you're into that, Jimothy. A couple of books that been kind of like scattered around. If you'd like to collect those.
Yeah, I'll pick them up and hand them to Oz as well.
Okay.
I'll look at the books.
Oz, you kind of look at the books. They have a couple of different titles. You find one that says "From Shadow, comma Substance." The other one's called "Here Lies the King." The other one is "Ventatoast." I will put those in the chat. Yeah. Fun.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I forgot to. Oh shit. God damn it.
Oh man, this
messing up my
light is
comments.
just. If only that worked for like real world scenarios.
What?
I don't know, like you get pulled over by the cops or something, and they're like, "You were speeding." And you're like, "No, I wasn't."
Hand wave.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna open up the bin.
Oh, that's right. Okay, how do I do a new line or like
Shift
on
enter.
shift
I
enter?
think
Okay.
shift enter will do that. I'm just guessing though.
No, that makes sense. That's like pretty much everything. So the king. And
Yep. You could do \n. That's a new line character.
Oh, sorry, there is another book. For Lost Scrolls of Silverail.
These books seem important, so we'll certainly tell the blind to read.
You're just so quick with them. I gotta give you a lot of credit here. Okay. So you have these books. You're in this particular room. Do you guys want to Zorn was inquiring about some rope. She got the rope. She and any you were gonna tie it up, right? Will you give me a survival check just to kind of see how well of a knot to you and how you brace this 8? Okay. It is to some varying degree of sturdiness. We will see how that works out.
And then I will drop the rope down the hole.
Okay.
Nice. Does the weight of the rope undo the knot?
No, not quite. You do notice. Actually, Oz, give me a perception check.
Okay. Ugh.
Yeah, everything seems to be hunky-dory.
Yeah, I'm busy kind of flipping through one of the books. Probably Ventatost.
Okay, tossed. So just kind of like a brief description here. This book has testimonials and some conspiracy theories to piece together to events leading up to the destruction of the Netherese city called Ventatost. So the city is kind of like leading up to the destruction of it. Which disintegrated as it flew over the forest of Cormanther nearly 2,000 years ago before the fall of Ythrin. You're gonna have to give me a history check to know a lot of the lore here.
I'll try and act wizardly and think back to my prior life.
Maybe not your prior life, but maybe like your knowledge of history that you. Yeah,
this is going real well.
You notice that you seem to be that there's some city of Ythrin, and it collapsed and it was destroyed. You're not exactly. You kind of get lost in like the names. It's just kind of name dropping things that you're not too familiar with. You're just like, okay, each of these I'd have to look up.
These authors really need to talk more about owlbears in their writing.
The corpse city. So
yeah, that does ring a bell. If you mention that as to everybody else. But yeah, you as the players would know that Ithrin is like the city that supposedly
city.
is the city, like her civilization or
Buried
something.
beneath the ice or something.
Yeah. So there you go. You have a little factoid there. It's dense. The book is kind of dense, and like it's it's kind of interesting because like it's kind of like the theories and just kind of like the testimonials. What was a bit odd is like somebody was recording some of them, but there's like kind of like pages also like embedded in there of like they're just like somebody's like written testimonials as well. So it's kind of like a collection of the research all within this particular book here. So it's kind of like a mishmash of like the author, the actual testimonials themselves from like the original sources, which seems to be a bit odd, but it is a style of publishing a book, I guess.
Well, we probably don't have time to go through all of these books in great detail, so they will go in the bag.
Nice.
The bag of
Okay.
holding, to be specific.
Okay. So, Zoran, you got the rope tied. What are you guys doing here? You're going down?
You want to go in the hole or open one of these two doors?
I guess we should look through the rooms first.
I think we should
Okay.
open the doors. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which door would you like to open up first?
I vote this one.
Yeah, I would say the one that's not on the other side of the hole. So yeah, Zoran, I agree with you.
Okay. So, sorry, the top one you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you guys just open it up.
Not when you ask it like that.
Zoran's just gonna open it.
I want to give you guys the option. Okay, Zoran just opens it up.
Yeah, can I? Or does it?
Yeah, you open it up. It is unlocked.
Cool.
Is it on track?
Does someone want to go in first though?
I feel like I'm the front line of this group, so
But before
my front line is different.
before I move over there, I walk over and I kick one of the corpses down the hole, just to see if I hear it like fall down and impact at the bottom.
Like that scene
Okay.
from Lord of the Rings when in the Mines of Moria. It's like
Yeah.
bones for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Or
So
if it's like Loki and Doctor Strange, I've been falling for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kick it down, and then it just makes like the loudest sound ever. Then you hear 5,000. I'm just kidding. Beings just kind of rise up. No, you kick it down, and it kind of like the similar effects that you've observed earlier is that like you kind of see something, and then it's just kind of like it's not like you kind of like it loses light. It's like passes through some sort of void, or it just like instantly disappears as it passes like some sort of threshold, and you don't hear anything on the other side.
Is my rope still intact?
And your rope is still intact.
Okay. So I will then walk over and check out
Kick the other one in.
the room beyond.
Okay, so you go into that room. You shove Zoran into the wall, and then you step past her.
I nicely walk past her.
This big-
Hey, I did say aloud, hey, does someone want to go in first?
Or I
No,
nicely past her walk because I am a paladin.
Okay, fair enough. See, as you move through, yeah, you come into this room, and yeah, you looks like you see a table with a couple of different like scrolls, and parchment, and the singular table, you see kind of in the corner, just a couple of like bags, and then you see rocks of just kind of like either from the ceiling or from the walls, just kind of scattered about. Again, this room doesn't change. It's the same temperature as the other room. It's still particularly cold in here, but that's kind of the first thing you see.
Okay. I'll walk over to the table and see if I can find anything useful.
Okay, give me an investigation check, please.
I will also help.
Okay, Zoran,
And
you may also.
I will go ahead and use my bardic inspiration here, since I have it, for an 18.
Very nice. Zoran, did you roll as well? Okay, 18 buddies. Nice. So you guys kind of take the time to kind of move things around, and you find like a sealed tube. It looks like a spell scroll. Of yeah, you find toothpaste. Yeah.
I was thinking it was a bank
A spell
teller
scroll
ATM
of
thing.
teeth cleaning.
And what you notice about it is that this particular the tube itself is kind of made of that same magical material that you've encountered before, the Chardelin.
Someone sharded on it?
Yes, you find a tube just full of just nasty diarrhea, I guess.
Woof.
You guys are funny.
Magical.
And as I don't know why you grabbed it, but you or I guess it doesn't necessarily say that you immediately grab it, but you do find it. You find this tube.
I will let Oz know that we found this tube and see if he wants to take a look at it. Otherwise, I'll just put it in the bag of holding to look at later.
Would you like
Yeah,
to
I'll take a look
experiment
at it.
with the frosty tube?
I would like to take a look at this Chardelin made scroll container.
Okay, so you take the scroll container. Do you open it up?
I mean, wizards don't put traps on their scroll containers.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll open it up with that kind of statement.
Okay, so you open it up, and you're right. It doesn't trigger a trap, and you find that there is a scroll kind of rolled up in there.
Man, if I take that scroll out, it's not going to roll back up the same way.
You're just like, all right, bag of holding it is.
Gosh. Okay, fine. I am going to I'm gonna pull the amulet back out of the bag of holding.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put the scroll. I'm gonna pull the scroll out. And then I'm going to virtually cast Detect Magic.
Okay. So you take the time. As you're doing that, was anyone else doing anything different here, or as you see Oz kind of like take set up and do his detect magic? Oh shoot!
Just for. I mean, it can't pierce the wall, but I could step into the doorway and get that room.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let me get this. Okay. See what you have here. Let me delete this. This is a lot. Let me see here. So yeah, I mean, you get a sense of magic from the scroll, and then I don't know how this would work, I suppose, but I guess I'll just give it to you because I think it's.
You know what? I'm gonna pull the 4 books out too.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess like you did pull out the amulet. You did say that. So yeah, the amulet also has a hue of magic to it.
Okay. Do I know the school of magic for the scroll?
Yes, and it would be on the tip of my tongue as I look it up here. Shit, where did I go?
We could go the schools of magic for spell scrolls, or the spell scroll name itself, which I'm assuming is just written in beautiful calligraphy at the top of the spell scroll, like spell scroll of.
It is illusion, Michael.
Cheap trick.
So yes, the amulet, not the amulet, the scroll is illusory magic. Maybe take the time to kind of read it. I will give that to you. That is a scroll of invisibility.
I had a hunch.
And then the amulet.
I don't lie, you never saw it coming.
Is
Oh, I saw the scroll.
It looks like. Make sure.
Is that a second level spell?
Yes. I want to say. Gosh, where is this? It looks like it's divination magic.
Ooh.
Which is interesting. Let me see here.
There's some kind of spell that does something similar to whatever this amulet might do.
Yeah, I'm trying to see here. It seems to be, it seems to be, yeah, it seems to be divination. So, cool. Okay.
So
but yeah, you're not exactly sure what it is per se. You'd have to spend more time with it to actually, or roll another Arcanic check at some point to kind of, or get further information to really identify what this is.
Okay. Definitely considering identify moving forward as a spell option.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was just kind of giving it to you for some of the things, but some of the more like things that require higher checks, like this would, it's a bit more difficult. But yeah, so it might be worthwhile to take at some point so you can have that information readily available. But most things I'll give you, just some of the more like involved ones.
And I assume the scroll case is giving off kind of a magic vibe.
Yeah, it's giving off this kind of like similar magic vibe as all the pieces of Chardonnay that you've had. So again, it's like just a material that's used in magic. And one of the things I guess, and I'll have to kind of go through and go back to see how much you've obtained so far in terms of value, if you'd like. How I kind of view it is that it will kind of like have some sort of similar gold value if you were to like want to take a weapon and like, hey, say you want to like step it up to, I don't know, infuse it with something, then like it might like reduce the cost of infusing it, or it would just like be like some sort of like discount on things to kind of like get them imbued with magic. I haven't decided exactly how I want to do that, but just kind of moving forward, just think about as you collect a certain amount of the raw Chardonnay, if you want to use it for the purposes of creating weapons or getting someone, a blacksmith that knows how to work with magical weapons, we can kind of figure out a way to get some sort of discount or deal with that. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much what you find in this particular room. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Walk back out of the room.
Okay. You skedaddle on out? Somehow? Oh, these walls are gonna be here. Okay.
If I could just have, maybe another 5 minutes, I'd like to add this invisibility spell to my spell book. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2 out of the 5 uses of my magic paper that I've collected, and 4 minutes to copy it into my spell book.
So,
wow, very nice.
Just out of curiosity, would that desk be big enough to cover the hole in the floor?
Yeah, actually, just enough.
So I drag the desk out of the room, flip it upside down, and throw it over the hole.
Yep,
Okay.
I was thinking the same thing. So I will help Asilo with moving that table.
Yeah, give me an athletics. It won't be very hard, but just to make sure you can do this. Your high DC. Yeah, no problem. You do it with one hand. You take the table. It's not very heavy, and you just place it down. Or it's not very heavy for you per se. And you place it down, and then, yeah, you have a little walkway there.
I, test the structural integrity of the desk covering the hole to make sure I'm not gonna like fall through it.
How much do you weigh again?
Oh, like 400 pounds.
Yeah, it does creak a little bit for you. Zorn, I don't know if you observed this, if you'd like to test it out yourself.
No, if it can hold a silo, I think we're gonna tell everyone just go one at a time. But Asilo, go ahead and open that door if you want to, so you don't have to go back over this table.
So yeah, Asilo, you step on, and it's like it starts bending in a little bit, but it's able to withstand the weight somehow.
Okay.
It's pretty.
So I will go ahead and open the door.
Yeah, it's something you may not want to be stepping on too many times. You do hear like it kind of like bend and it creaks a little bit. So, but yeah, okay. So yeah, you open the other door here, and yeah, you kind of like reveal here just kind of like like an empty room. You see a bunch of rubble on the ground, and that's pretty much the extent of it.
I'll go ahead and check and make sure there's nothing worthwhile in here.
Yeah, so you kind of look towards the ground here. Give me a perception check.
I don't see shit.
You don't see shit. Does anyone else want to come through?
I'll walk into the room just to see if anything exciting.
Yeah,
Okay. The buffets you also go in, it seems like?
sure. Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
So you go in, and yeah, why don't you everyone give me a perception check, please? God, guys, please.
Yeah.
All right. Timothy, you also go through?
Oh, helicopters.
Yeah, if everyone seems to be looking around in there, I guess I'll pop in and see what they're looking at.
We
Okay.
ain't looking, bro.
So, yeah, Jimothy and Oz, you kind of looking around, and you don't see anything really like in this particular room. You're like, oh, what's the point of this room? And you're like, what if we look up? And you look up, and you notice that there is a stone altar is attached to the ceiling of otherwise this empty circular or semicircular room. An 8-pointed star is carved into the eastern face of the altar. So you notice, like in this room, there's like in the ceiling, it hangs about 10 feet above the ground from you. And it was kind of difficult to see because it was kind of like merging within the ceiling itself.
I'll point it out to a silo and say, what does that look like?
And Asilo, you could roll a religion check here. $18. Okay. So you notice the symbol on the altar to be the holy symbol of Mistral, the first incarnation of Mistra, the god of magic. So this is the altar, the holy symbol of Mistral. Sorry, I had to like check the spelling a million times. I don't know if I still got it right. I did. Okay.
So I relay that to the group that it's the holy symbol of Mistral.
And let me see here. Actually, you would also know that these holy shrines are like pretty rare. Like this is the first you've ever seen of it. Like yeah, I mean, you probably heard of them, and like, but yeah, the fact that you're finding one, in real life or here out of all places is just is quite rare and odd.
Okay, I mean, other than relaying that information to the rest of the party, is there anything I can do to like further inspect the altar now that I can see it?
You'd have to like go up, like get up there. Like it's hanging 10 feet from the ceiling. So like, you could like try to get up there, reach it, or yeah, it's a bit
I mean, at
odd.
Shiloh, there's a table, and then if you wanted to like tie a piece, I don't know, is there a way for you to tie a piece of rope around something? You climb up there.
So I drag the table through the door, set it right side up, and then about upper chest level, is it possible to like wedge my shovel into the wall and then climb on top of my shovel? Get a closer look.
Yeah, give me a survival check for your wedging.
Wedgie check.
Wedgie check. It's gonna be a tough check here because it's yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you gotta like you try to wedge it in, and it's not enough to hold. Like there is like the gap between the stones here is just like too thin, or just like you kind of get it in and like you break a piece off. Either way, you're not able to kind of like make this kind of like stepping point here.
Jimothy, give me a boost.
Jimothy will look at him and roll his eyes. Will not give him a boost.
Okay.
I have a climber's kit if you want it. I don't know.
Yeah, I could try that.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. Okay. With a 19 with the kit, you take the time with the pitons, the boot tips, and everything, and you're able to get up with a bit of time towards the altar. Give me a perception check. Do you touch the symbol? Do you touch anything? What are you trying to do here? Like, do you look at it? Like, what are you trying to do? You smell it? You taste it?
Well, knowing that it's basically another holy symbol, now that I've climbed up to it, I would probably touch my own holy symbol and reach out to it to see if there's like any connection between my god and the god of magic.
Okay.
I'm just imagining Asilo's god like swatting Asilo's hand away, like, no.
Yeah, and again, who do you worship, Asylum?
I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Hold on a second. I can find that real quick.
Okay, no worries.
The faith is strong with this one.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Would Oz recognize this symbol at all, given that you said it's the god of magic?
Yeah, I mean, you could roll religion check as well. See whether you know a little bit more about it.
That's what I thought it was. I just wanted to double check. Tyr, god of justice.
Okay.
21.
Yeah, you've definitely heard of Mistral. Yeah, this is amazing to you. Whether or not I don't know how religious or how pious or practicing you are, but you are definitely aware, and that this is something. I mean, this is to you as a scholar and wizard, like this is incredible find.
Oz is actually going to bow his head and offer a slight prayer to this god.
Nice. Okay.
And Oz is just gonna think Mistral for the spell scroll of invisibility. And if by any chance you got any other spell scrolls, that you lost, might one of them be a scroll of owlbear finding?
Okay. As okay. Asilo, as you're coming to touch, you say you're going to touch your holy symbol with this holy symbol, or what are you doing?
Yes, I'm going to touch my holy symbol and the other holy symbol.
Okay. So you press them upon each other, and you don't, like, nothing like reacts or anything. You do feel like a sense of something greater within you. Like, you're just like, whoa, there is something. You're not exactly sure what that feeling is, like whether it's your deity, it's this particular deity, but there is some sort of strong connection coming through the point of contact here. As you're doing this, Oz, as you bow down and say a quick prayer, thanking God, you both of you give me perception checks, Asilo and Oz here.
Uh-oh.
What the hell's going on? I mean, what the hell is going on?
I'm rolling shit on perception all night. I can't perceive anything.
It wasn't even going to be that hard, but I just can't give it to you. It's okay. This seems to be a bit more appropriate. The roles actually are kind of working out here thematically. As Oz, you're praying to this. Sally, you're maybe a bit focused on one part of the symbol, but the star here kind of starts to glow just faintly, and as kind of like at the middle point, you notice that something, like it's maybe like an opening or some sort of like cover, slowly reveal itself. And hello, cat. And you notice a flask falls out. And I'm gonna need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. Everyone can roll, except Asilo.
Catch
As
that!
this flask falls from the ceiling here.
I'm deep in contemplation.
If I'm not in the room, should I still be rolling? My intention is not to be in that room. I'm just out here.
Especially
Okay.
since the flask is falling from the ceiling.
All right. So it is dexterity. What do we got here? Jimothy, you're also in here. You can roll it if you'd like. Yeah. Okay. So, the hero here happens to be the satyr, as Bofades comes and notices that something's like as Olive shouts out, "Oh, catch that!" and dives and catches it. Yeah, with them goat-like reflexes. Yeah, just kind of like Valdez Scantling like catches that ball. You kind of come in around and you cradle it as you roll over, and you have successfully saved the flask from shattering on the ground.
I just imagine a very like Captain Jack Sparrow-esque. Well, that was lucky.
As you hold it up, you're like, I've got a flask. I've got a jar of dirt.
Is it like a glass like flask, or is it like a alcohol flask that you sneak into?
No, it's
whatever.
it's made of glass, yeah, and that's why it would shatter. Actually, it doesn't particularly say, but the fact that they're using the word shatter, I'm gonna assume it's made of that.
Yeah, I don't know that like aluminum or stainless steel really shatters on a fall like that.
Yeah, I mean, at cold temperatures, metals start behaving that weird, but I don't think they shatter per se. I think they just become quite brittle. So potentially. But anyhow, so you catch it, Bofades, you hold it up, and you are the hero. So then you spike it on the ground,
Threw it to the ground.
You know what? Bophades learned his lesson from Rogar and those acid ants.
Yes.
No more spiking things on the ground.
In case anybody needs to channel Jack Sparrow.
Oh yes, let's go. That's awesome.
Nice.
So I guess I'll take this flask and it's empty.
And drink
No,
it.
it's full of a mysterious, and it's actually like lit up. It like it's got like this like blue liquid, and it's shimmering a bit.
Oh. I
Oh, dear.
suppose I'm gonna casually hand it to Oz and say, you know what this is? Is it drinkable?
Any chance I can drink this?
Dude, it's gonna give you the best night of your life.
Got a toenail floating in it.
Fucking hypnotic. What are we, 16?
Do I
It's like-
do I recognize this liquid that's inside this flask at all?
I would say no. It is it's a bit unique here.
Well, okay. I'm not gonna spend 10 minutes to cast detect magic on something that clearly would be magical. I feel like that's pretty obvious here.
Mhm.
Do I know anything about this god? Like, is this god evil, good, somewhere between?
You know, it's funny because I don't know, so that's great. I would assume they're a pretty
If I had to guess, I'm gonna go with lawful neutral.
So yeah, Mistral, the Lady of Mysteries, created deity. Let's see here. What's her deal?
I played Baldur's Gate 3. I know how this goes.
I honestly don't know. Actually, I'd have to come back to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume probably some sort of lawful neuter. That checks out.
I mean, there's probably something about this in the player's handbook, so let's see if
I'll get back to you on that, but that is good information to see what you would know. With that.
if Mistral goes by Mistra, then neutral good. NG, or maybe that's no good, and maybe all the N's in this chart stand for no and not neutral. It's like
It's interesting because like
no
it's,
evil.
yeah, so it's the holy symbol of Mistral, and then it says the first incarnation of Mistra, the god of magic. So yeah, I guess it would be a neutral good deity.
This is probably a good liquid, but it
Yeah, so what is a bit odd to you, right? Because like you're in this place, right? You've encountered, the statues with the red robes, and you've encountered this particular place, kind of like the other end of the spectrum of in terms of like, worship and deities and practice here. So Oz, why don't you give me just a straight intelligence check here, just to see what you would know about this place.
16.
16. With 16, you gather that this is probably some sort of school, or was a school of some sort.
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure what you're like, how you're, if you've even heard of this particular school or anything like that. You don't have that for information, but based on your, you've seen all the books here, you've seen like all the different types of magic appearing so far. Yeah, you gather that this place probably was a school. There was a bunch of desks at some point, a bunch of paper and parchment quills and everything. So this, you gather that this place was a school, and it would make sense that, they would have some sort of homage or some sort of place for prayer for the god of magic.
Okay. So then it kind of seems like these red wizards probably took over an abandoned school to this god and have essentially defiled it. So I guess this is a good enough reason to put the owlbear on hold.
Oh my god.
I mean, they could have driven out the students. We don't know.
Oh man, it'd be hilarious if I just like the entire campaign. There's not a single owlbear. It's just that's it. Just like the entire turn, just like yeah, sorry, bud. It's like it has to be like an epilogue.
They're actually extinct. Going extinct.
Joke's on all of you. Maybe Oz is the wizard who breeds owls and bears together to make them. Since
That's
I
true.
guess that's how they formed in the first place.
It is possible.
How he heard about them? No clue. Weird dreams.
Amnesia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so you guys have this flask here. You have this ability, or sorry, you got this flask. You've kind of investigated everything here. You've got the spell scroll. Yeah. What are you cool cats doing?
Down the hole.
Down the hole?
Well,
Okay.
we have this hole, or we have the one in the other room that we tossed into the ceiling.
Well, Fades, I think we should put the flask in the bag of holding, and we'll address it later.
I
Not
agree.
sure what it is.
I agree.
Okay. So, okay. So you guys are gonna go start going down.
Yes.
Down
Who
the
goes
hole
first?
we go.
Yep.
Who wants to go first?
I will stay up top and make sure the rope is secure.
Jimothy will go since he's the lightest, probably.
All right, Jimothy, taking one for the team here. I like it. I like it. Okay. So let me grab you and throw you over. Okay. Sorry, Jimothy. Keep deleting you, but I'm back. Okay, so you take the time, you kind of wrap down. And Jimothy, give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
All right. Let me my sheet back up. Ooh, okay.
20. Okay. You're pretty successful here as you notice that the Zoran didn't do the greatest job of tying that rope as whatever she tied it to kind of starts going and you fall, but you're able to kind of like successfully tumble and roll as you kind of get to the bottom here.
I was gonna try and catch the rope if it slipped.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you give me another give me a dexterity saving throw then as well. See if you can catch it. Okay. Yeah, so with a combination of the two of you, like Jimothy kind of being able to kind of roll in here, and then Asilo, you're able to kind of notice that whatever this thing kind of like, it's like she attaches to one of the legs, it gives way, and you kind of like grab the end of the leg and then the other end of the rope as you're able to hold on and allow Jimothy to kind of steadily get to the bottom here. Jimothy, you are in another room here.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And you hear some kind of low roars towards the bottom here. It's very, very quiet. Nothing is noticed to you, and yeah, perfect. You're gonna be quiet here. So in this particular room, you notice that there's a bunch of like shattered remains and these two kind of like reptilian looking creatures are kind of just kind of like steadily just waiting there. They haven't noticed you yet. Actually, let me see if they haven't noticed you yet. With your stealth, yeah. Yeah, unbeknownst to unbeknownst to them, they do not see you as you quietly tumble down. Give me a perception check, Timothy. It's gonna be, I guess since it's dark here, we'll see what. Yeah, you notice that. Yeah, there's two of them, and you notice, I guess, that they they have 8 legs. These creatures.
Okay. Do they appear to be sleeping, or can I tell?
No, they seem awake. They're just kind of waiting there. They're kind of like maybe like looking away.
Okay, so
They're kind of like sitting down.
Am I coming down in from the ceiling and like they're below me, or?
Yeah, they're like below you and from away from you. Yeah, so kind of look down and they kind of see you there.
Do they look like they're tall enough where if they saw me, they'd be able to reach me from wherever I'm hanging?
That's you cannot tell.
Okay. I will. I'm going to. I'm going to use Psychic Whispers to one of the creatures.
Okay.
And I will say, your companion is going to eat you.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay, let me read the language of the spell here. Okay, so for a number of hours, roll, the chosen creature can speak telepathically with you, and you can speak telepathically with them. Okay. Just gonna repeat a message. A creature can't use this telepathy if it can't speak any languages.
Oh no, it's not gonna be able to speak any languages, is it?
Let me see. That was the thing I was like. Yeah, you send this and you don't receive a response or of understanding here.
Return to sender. Okay, got it. Well, I guess I will. Do I see any other ways out of this room?
Let me check here. Yeah, you notice like just kind of adjacent to you, there is a door, right where you're hanging from. Like you could land and try to like open and go through the door if you'd like.
Is the door open?
It is closed, unfortunately.
Well, that sounds like a terrible idea, DM.
I'm just giving you options here. What do you want from me?
Timothy, you could just climb back up the rope.
You just go jump in one of their mouths.
Simply describing the scenery. Jeez.
I'm giving you suggestions here.
All right. I'll try to slowly climb back up the rope, like quietly climb back up the rope.
Okay, with your stealth check, I'll say that you're able to successfully climb.
When I get back to the top, I will let them know. There's 2 large lizards down there. They look hungry. So maybe we should do one of the big ones down there first.
Yeah. One thing I did want to say, yeah, you did see the body that Silo kicked down. Just on the ground.
Did they seem to have, like, was it opposite side of the room? Were they paying any attention to it?
No, they weren't paying attention to it.
Good, sorry, they're deaf.
Okay. Well, yeah, so Any ideas? If maybe we should go another way.
So, yeah, we could. There's another hole the other way, but I do have. I mean, probably they will not care about my ration. I could try throwing a ration down and see if that does anything. We just can't see it, so I don't know. Let's try a different room.
So, okay, so going back towards the stairwell,
Mm-hmm.
since I can't get over there for whatever reason.
Yep.
Was it just blocked at the level that we came from, or is it blocked on up? Can we like walk down the stairs instead of going through the hole?
Yeah, so yeah, kind of like now kind of like piecing it together, maybe from the hole that Zoran and Asilo, or not Asilo, Zoran and Oz were trying to like investigate. It seems like the hole that you came from does correspond to the steps that you were coming from. So it's just kind of like it would be the same. It would take you to the same location essentially.
But is the stairwell clear to walk down there, or is it, another pile of rubble?
Oh, sorry, you're talking about the floor you're on right now, or a different floor?
Like if I was
if
able
you
to get,
like and try to get to the next level, is that what you're saying?
yeah, like does the stairwell continue, or does it end on this floor?
Oh yeah. It looks like it looks like the stairwell does continue. You'd have to continue to remove some more rubble.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, no, I didn't understand what you were saying, but yes, I understand it.
Yes, but if we take the stairwell, how we came in that other room where we moved rocks over, there is another hole in the ceiling, and Oz and I were able to throw a rope up there.
Mm-hmm.
So we could try and go through that hole if we want.
Oh, sorry, yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. That particular hole would just take you back to the floor that you were just at, essentially.
So that hole goes backwards, not forward.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, this is all really convoluted here. Essentially, the only way to progress to the next areas that you haven't been in is either clear out the rubble to the steps or take the way that Jimothy had just went through. For the most part, you've kind of cleared most passages. Not sure if this particular this new hole where Jimothy went through takes you to the same place that these steps will take you to. That's you're not sure about that.
I asked Jimothy, what do you estimate the distance between the hole and the floor is?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, how would what would I estimate that to be, I guess?
Yeah, you'd probably estimate to be about like 12 feet, 12 to 12, 15 feet, maybe. It's around there.
I will relay that information.
It's 12 feet, 12 feet.
So
I still have 2 tarps if we want to try and just see if we can cover them up, squash them.
I like it.
Like a house bug. Just hit it with your shoe. These things are about the size of a horse. So I don't know that's going to work very well.
I mean, I'm just offering ideas. I got 2 tarps.
Because I think the best approach will probably be a direct approach. I will say follow quickly, and I will jump down the hole, do the 3-point superhero landing at the bottom, and get ready for a new fight.
You're such a poser.
All right, give me a dexterity saving throw here as you or no, actually no. Since you're well, I guess you're rolled up pretty good at it. That's fine. Oh, okay. I'll say that'll do it. As you jump down superhero wise, let me put Jimothy back. Let's say you're still up, and then Silo, you come down. Let me put you down here. As you're in this other room, as you superhero land tumble down, these things just start like immediately like start roaring and like getting up, and they do charge at you. And we will roll for initiative. Actually, since it's closer here, I think we're probably actually gonna stop there for the night and actually begin the combat next time. We'll end a little bit earlier here. But yeah, we'll say that you initiate the combat.
Think we should take the stairs?
They're blocked.
They are blocked, and you'd have to spend some time to do it. But yeah, Asilo superhero lands into the other room. These things start to get up and charge at him, and yeah, that's where we'll stop here next time. Kind of pick it up there next week.
Awesome.
With a little bit of combat. Nice, good. I like it.
Alrighty.
And then potentially next time we'll see if you guys clear out this this particular tower or not, or whatever this building is.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, the school, I guess, from what you gather here.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're in Hogwarts. Just kidding.
Not quite. I mean, I guess the amount of death that has happened in the series kind of maybe is appropriate. I don't know.
We haven't made it through 9 3/4 floors yet.
You haven't certainly tried though. Just start like just randomly going through a bunch of holes and running through walls. Yeah, I guess you should start running through walls here to see if that actually gets you in there anywhere.
Okay, we will definitely do that.
You get a concussion.
More good advice from the DM.
Oh, come on. It's all in friendship.
Yeah, I'm punching you in the face in the name of friendship.
But nice. Okay. Yeah, you guys able to play next week?
Should be.
Yeah.
Should be able to.
Nice. Okay, cool. Good. Then we will plan for next time.
Sweet.
Cool.
See you guys next week then.
That's awesome.
Alrighty.
Happy Lunar New Year to everyone. Since I won't see all of you until next week. Year of the Dragon.
Okay.
That's my year.
No,
Oh,
no
nice.
breathing fire on anybody.
Yeah, don't do it.
I'm an owlbear dragon. I breathe owlbears.
That's why they're extinct. That's
Seems
why we
like-
can't find them anywhere.
And that would be terrifying.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you guys.
Alrighty. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.